Fat.
Yes.
All the agency girls were going.
They were leaving.
They had no interest in the eye candy we were providing, and then the sauce wanders
The
in.
big sauce.
Didn't they turn around quick,
Spun
smart?
around and they're still here. Get away. How are you, Big Sauce?
Fantastic. Really happy to be back with y'all. Thank you for having me.
No, it's great to have you back. We had him in with Daisy,
Yes.
mate. And I tell you what he does love, Jim, and you've just found out now. Loves his Aussie rules, don't you,
The
Sauce?
demons.
Footy is king here in Australia, and I'm a fan of it for sure.
And,
That's so cool.
Yeah, go D's, by the way. Go D's.
Go
Big
D's.
big match coming up against Collingwood here.
and we're chasing a couple of tickets
Yeah,
if
we
anyone's
need some
listening.
big
Anybody's
Big
listening
sauce.
out there, hit me on Twitter, and
That's it.
yeah, it'd be good.
Hit me
Couple
on
of tickets.
Twitter.
Yeah.
But he goes along and watches the game. What do you find most? Because I remember you telling me you didn't like the padding and you like just how hard they go at the ball.
Yeah, no, it's a very physical game. It's more technical. As I watch it, I start to understand a little bit more of the nuance and the strategy behind it. And so the more I watch, the more interested I am and the more I like it. And so I don't plan on stopping watching, and I plan on seeing the D's get the premiership. So
Bill,
I'm good
it's
about it.
actually amazing when you hear Americans talk
I
about
know.
Australian rules football. Like I'm a Smartless fan, Jason Bateman and all that. And
Mm.
they were talking about it, Will Arnett, the other day on the podcast with a guy who's, I can't remember, what, another actor. And all four of them were saying that is the single craziest game
Yeah, it's
I've
nuts.
ever seen.
It's nuts. It's like literally the ball is there and just tackle the guy to try to get it and try to advance it. And so it's a lot. It's a lot of physicality and craziness going on, but it holds true to the Australian way, I'd say.
Nah,
for
I
sure.
love
It's
it.
definitely y'all sport.
I'll tell you what else you loved last time you're in your coffee.
Yes.
Do you still go to Starbucks before a game
Oh,
and
not
have a
Starbucks.
Yeah, he goes to Starbucks
Yeah.
and has a
Sauce.
flat white oat milk large.
This
Yeah.
is the home of the best coffee in the world. You can't be drinking
And
Starbucks.
see, look, now I've learned that. Last season I lived in the CBD. This season I'm no longer in the CBD, so I got some good cafes. So I'm
Right.
getting some good Melbourne coffee.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
It's
yeah.
great. Good stuff.
Righto.
Got
Good
rid of
stuff.
Starbucks.
I can't say I gotten rid of Starbucks. I still believe that before the game, I'm gonna drive over to the one right there off of like Elizabeth Street or whatever it is, and get my coffee before the game, just for tradition's sake. But in terms of taste, yeah, these local cafes are really the ones. For me.
Oh, yeah. No, people come from, don't they, Rabs?
Oh,
All around the
absolutely.
world
Yeah.
to drink Melbourne coffee.
No,
it's
a
actually
thing.
amazing.
It's really a thing for sure.
What about the Phoenix? You had a really good year last year. You love your time here, averaged 17 points, and was the leading rebounder in the
In the
league.
comp, yep.
Exactly. So this is our man here.
Mhm.
So Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. We got any new recruits? How are we going to go this year?
Yeah, so obviously the success for last year, we're hoping to build on that and go further. Bumped out in the first
That's
round of
right.
the play-in, so definitely want to advance on that. This is an exciting time to be a Phoenix fan. I'm just going to shamelessly plug us right
No,
now.
no,
We-
go
that's
for
what
it.
you're here
we're
for, yeah.
almost about 4,000 members strong, and so I think the people can really get behind it and feel that something special going there. We have basically a whole new team, new coaching staff, but still remaining with the core: myself, Mitch Creek, Gary Brown, and Ruben Tarangi, who's in the World Cup now playing for the Tall Blacks. And so we got a lot of great things going on. We play over at John Cain Arena. We'd love to have you two out
Yes.
to come to a game, and
gotta
I
do
get it
that.
all sorted for the first one.
Mm.
Our first home game is after the grand final, so the day after the grand final going on, and just come out and enjoy the time. We got a really good team going, and we should be
Throwdown.
stacked.
Throwdown against
Throwdown.
Melbourne United. They're big too because
Yeah.
they have a crack at each
Mm.
other.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh,
It's good.
no. And I know you would have covered this last time the source was in, but
Mm.
Phoenix is a good fit for you because of your history
Yeah.
with the city.
No, for sure. I mean, the fact that I'm born and raised in
Ridiculous.
Phoenix, Arizona,
Yeah.
and get to play for the Melbourne Phoenix, it kind of all align the right way, rather than playing for that other team in Melbourne that we don't really talk
No,
about.
no, no.
So,
Keep that.
Was your mum the chief of police in Phoenix?
Yes, she was for 6-7 years. Forgive me, Mom, if you're listening. I don't remember how long
That's
it was,
nuts.
but finally retired from that position. She was the highest-ranking black female in state of Arizona law enforcement history.
Wow.
Was the fifth largest city in the nation, and was the president of the Phoenix Major City Chiefs Association. Appointed by the president on multiple different occasions to do certain things, and so she's big time. She's
Yeah.
a superstar. She's the star of the family.
Never been to
by far.
Phoenix. Is it a dangerous city? Did she have a lot of work to do?
Yeah, I mean, I think with the population size, there's always going to be some areas that are rougher than others, and Phoenix is no exception to that. But I think the way that she was able to handle it and manage the community and the police force was amazing during her tenure. So she's a lot of props to Mom.
Did you ever sneak out or smoke when you're only 12 or
Yeah,
13?
like I'm sure I've done a lot of dumb stuff in my life. Luckily, it wasn't as many dumb things as maybe some of my other friends. My parents were very strict, but I never felt the need to have to do that. They provided a really good life for my brother and I, and we got to see and do a lot of amazing things. So I got my fix elsewhere. In that sense.
Sure.
I like it. So, of course, did your time in the NBA, as Phoenix you've already spoken about, also played in Brooklyn.
I did.
That must have been pretty nuts.
Brooklyn was so much fun, just getting a chance to be in New York. Actually, probably a main reason why I ended up joining here with the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. My teammate there, Mitch Creek, who plays for the team now, was my teammate down on their affiliate team in the G League. We played with each other for a while there, and made the connection, and that's how I ended up here. But New York is an amazing city.
Bloody
Loved
oath.
it.
Yes.
Oh, no, it's awesome. And played on all the big names, including Giannis? Am I saying that correctly? Or just why? Giannis.
Giannis.
The legend.
Yeah.
Say
I
his
played against
second
Giannis.
name.
No, I'm not going to.
Can you say, what's his surname? Big Sauce?
Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
It took a while. For the longest, it was just the Greek freak. That's what we
That's what
associated
everyone
with.
knows him as.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I mean, he is everything you see on TV times 100 in real life. We used to have our game plan meetings talking about building a literal wall to try to prevent him from getting to the basket, and he just sliced right through it. And two people in front of him, one person in front of him. I like to think I'm a pretty strong guy, and he just kind of moved me out the way as if I was a point guard. So
Played against LeBron.
Incredible.
LeBron?
Yeah,
LeBron as well. All those guys, they're just a different level, you know. And I was speaking to it earlier. They just have a presence about them as well, and they understand how good they are and the impact that they have on the game and so many others. And they take that with a lot of responsibility and try to do the best that they can with it for sure.
I went to the London Olympics were 2012, I think.
12.
Is that right? 12.
Yeah.
And I was very fortunate. A good mate of ours got me tickets to the qualifying game for the gold medal. So, in other words, the US had to win that game to get to, I think it was against Argentina, to get to the gold medal match, which they went on to win. And I don't know a heap about basketball, so I'm watching it with awe because of the incredible athletes on the
name.
But I'm not a big fan. And as I'm watching it, the bloke with the white headband on, LeBron, Phil, they were all the best players in the game, and he was so far and away better than anyone else playing in that game. It was ridiculous.
It's incredible. No, he's in my opinion, he's the best player to ever play the game, and so to get a chance to see that, that's a special moment.
No, I
for
was
sure.
very lucky.
Yeah,
It's sitting there. I knew how lucky I was.
Yeah, it's big time.
Have you been watching the World Cup?
I have. I've been watching a lot of basketball. My wife is probably super upset because I have it on the TV at all times. The TV, my laptop, and telephone streaming 3 different games. I'm a basketball junkie, man. I love to watch the game, and any chance there's high-level competition going on, I'm checking it out.
So the Boomers lost to Germany, but must beat Japan tonight, don't they? How's Team USA going? They're
good. You know, they've won the first 2 matches. Their first one was against New Zealand and the Tall Blacks, and then the second one was against Greece, and they got the win. They're to me the best team in the tournament, best players all around, and it's just a matter of if they can get it all clicking together at the same time. So hopefully that's the case for my instance, but at the same time, I'm still rooting for the Boomers out there for sure.
Is Josh Giddey as good as we think he is?
Yes. I think his size makes him incredibly difficult to scheme against and play against. His basketball IQ is far beyond his years, and I think that Australia will be in contention for medals from here on out until Giddey's done playing. He's that special for sure.
Nice.
And Landale, missing him, that's a big loss, isn't it? The big boy.
Big loss. You know, everybody got a chance to see him when he played for the Suns and how well he did against Nikola Jokic, the MVP, obviously, of the league in that series. And I think his impact is sorely missed with this Boomers team, just having that real enforcer down low to kind of help taper the physicality and stuff going on. And he's obviously a big part of what they have going forward with the Boomers for sure.
What else do you dig, Sauce, beside of being a
Big
basketball junkie?
Yeah.
Are you like Formula One or like what else?
It's literally all sports. So I haven't gotten into the racing yet. I'm sure a couple of my teammates here, they all watch the Formula One and stuff like that. I haven't really gotten into it, but I'm big on anything with a ball. Like, so
Cricket?
I want to get to a T20 match. I want to get there. The Boxing Day test would be great. Hopefully it doesn't last the 5 days.
It won't.
Hopefully it doesn't. Okay, hopefully it doesn't last. But
Who are we playing?
That'll be Pakistan.
Yeah, it won't last.
Won't last 5 days.
Golf?
Golf, I love golf.
Do you?
I play it a little bit. I'm a hack, but I try. I got to get out to Royal Melbourne one of these days and get out there.
Awesome.
So.
Don't worry about that, Big Sauce. It's just something the phones will light up in a minute. There is a sound ring now.
Yeah.
Hey, his brother called him Big Sauce, Jim,
Yes, I heard about
because
this.
he's got swag and
Oh,
style
yes.
and a bit of Ritz. What do you
Riz.
got?
The Riz.
Riz.
He's got the
Riz.
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 Do you know what Riz is?
Riz, yeah, that's the ability and confidence to be able to speak.
He
That's
reckons
the-
he's
on
got
that.
Riz.
So you
On
got
that.
the Riz.
Yeah, we got the Riz.
Exactly
I can
right.
feel it. I can feel it when I walked down. I knew you had it. I knew you had it. I knew you had it.
Hey, Big Sauce,
Yeah.
I've got a confession to make. I'm a lifetime Cleveland Browns fan. I know. I can see on your face you're concerned.
Look at him.
Am I
Man.
ever going to see the day where they win a Super Bowl?
No. You paid Sean Watson all that money, but didn't have an offensive line at first, and now the offensive line's a little bit better, but there seems to be turmoil kind of going on. It's a mess. And I'm kind of convinced that they may be a little bit cursed too. So
Yes, I think that's
They
true.
cursed
good
Jim.
fighting for you though, man.
I
Like
know.
that's
I know.
great that
You
you're
went to
sticking
a
with it.
game. Tell
we
him
did.
you.
Went with a mate of mine to a game in Cleveland, flew from New York, and they played the Seattle Seahawks and won 6-3.
The worst.
Two field goals to one. That was written in the New York Times as the worst game in the professional era. And I was there to watch it.
3 field goals is all the scoring
all
that
the
you got. Nah, man, that's not okay. I apologize. First of all, you left New York to go to Cleveland.
Oh, that's what
the
everyone said
biggest
to me.
part. That's the
What
biggest
the hell
part.
are you thinking?
In the middle of probably winter
Yeah,
or
it
fall
was.
or whatever it is, freezing cold. Yeah.
Freezing cold.
Righto, pump up your first game again. The throwdown.
Now, throwdown is against United on the 28th.
That's an
of
away game.
September. That's
Away
our
game,
away game.
sorry,
Or,
yep.
No worries. Our first home game is against the Perth Wildcats, who bumped us last
Yeah,
year. So
yes.
we got some revenge kind of building up. Again, tickets are still available, and that'll be the day after the grand final on
October 1. Yep, at John
October 1.
Cain
At
Arena.
And you
John
can
Cain.
sign up for a membership at semphoenix.com.au.
Oh, beautiful.
SEM, Southeast.
Melbourne,
That's it.
That's it, Bill.
the city you live
Southeast
in.
Melbourne.
No,
Phoenix,
Big
Bill, yeah.
Sauce was looking at me, he wasn't sure. But it's Southeast Melbourne Sauce.
Alan Big
Sign up.
Sauce Williams on the rush hour, Triple M.